Do you smell it? The smell in the air. It smells like beer and hot dogs. It is. Would you like some dirt and turf with that? It's time for the Dirt and Turf podcast. I am the man they call Cobra, and I am joined by two wonderful men at the plate. I got Ben and I got Billy. How you doing, guys?
Great.
Ready to kill somebody.
We didn't really need to do that. I mean, we've already had enough tragedy up at the plate, man. I mean, currently the Mets lost to the Brewers. Can you believe that? Lol Mets reign supreme once again, and we've only started opening day.
And we had some drama.
Yeah. Speaking about that Mets game, the bench is cleared.
Yep. Again, it's opening day. Opening day, we already have a bench clearing. All right.
It was a very questionable slide. I will agree. It was a questionable slide. Did you see it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
I saw
It
it.
was pretty questionable.
Yeah.
So, anywho, so once again, welcome to the Social Sports Bet podcast. And we're excited about opening day, but some people know who Billy is if you have listened to our football podcasts before, but some of you don't know Billy. So, Billy, we're gonna give the floor to you for a minute. Talk about your baseball acumen. Obviously you're from the state of Tennessee, and your market doesn't really have a baseball team per se in the state of Tennessee. So, your floor is yours, man.
Well, my team is obviously the Braves because nobody wants the MLB is too much of a pussy to expand in the South.
Yeah, man, give it time. They might put an expansion team in the state of Tennessee. Give it time.
I will say this: if the MLB gives the state of Tennessee being an expansion team, if it's an AL team, I will root for them. If it's an NL team, I can't go against my Braves at all.
That's a valid point. I mean,
I'll cheer for them as a second team, but Braves are still number one in my heart.
Yeah, that's how I do it, man. I have Orioles number one, Phillies number two.
You fucking
with me because of my dad being the bus driver for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the affiliate, minor league affiliate for the Kansas City Royals. I got to root for Kansas City. I have no choice, just because of the connection. But there's not only MLB, but you also have to deal with the fan base of college baseball as well. Considering that that Tennessee and Vanderbilt are big in college baseball. I mean, more often than not, everyone's going Vanderbilt top recruit college to go to for baseball.
Yeah. I mean, it's more or less a battleground between Tennessee and Vanderbilt, but you got guys like Georgia, Florida, LSU,
Louisville.
No, not Louisville. Hell, even Alabama. As God fucking bless that incestuous fan base.
I mean, let me say this openly about Alabama's fan base. They only started to crop up when the football team started winning again.
Yep.
But then again, let's not talk about football. We're talking baseball. And opening day was a majesty. Ben, won't you say that?
It was very enjoyable. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. I listened to it on the radio, and I miss radio listening. That's the best way to listen to it.
Because radio has always been this kind of free-flowing type of broadcasting. One of my memories of listening to the radio, for the Blue Rocks at least, John Sadak, who is the current broadcaster of the Cincinnati Reds, he actually broadcasted with my father for a little bit, and that was actually a fun broadcast to listen to.
That sounds like fun.
It was. hopefully I get my dad on the podcast, and he'll tell us some minor league stories that are not only funny but very entertaining, like behind the scenes.
I remember back in the '90s, man. Just listen to it on the radio.
Yep. So apparently, according to some people who are watching it live, Cal Ripken Jr. Was the catcher for the first pitch of the season. According to Kat, yeah, she was. Yeah, he was.
Nice.
And speaking of opening day, we had some interesting matchups today. The Braves, I think it was the Braves who beat the Phillies tonight. Can you confirm that, Billy?
9-2.
Yep,
the Braves came back.
It was a shellacking.
Rain delay yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
you had the Orioles had Corbin Burns threw for 11 strikeouts. He tied Mike Messina for opening day against the Royals in 1998, I believe it was.
Yeah, when the Royals were in the middle of their rebuild, their decades-long rebuild at the time.
And they're still on that decade-long rebuild.
Well, it's right now not as long. I don't think it's going to be as long as it was during the 90s and early aughties, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, opening day was great. It's I do have to preface it is opening day.
Still early in the season.
Very early in the season, we have 160 to 161 games remaining. And anything can happen. Anything can happen before and after the All-Star break. So, pump the brakes a little bit.
I will say the Reds looked good. They played really good. They even though they played the Nationals, that's actually a really good win for them.
If the Reds can keep up momentum, they might be a sleeper team. But then again, last year that happened to the Royals as well. They actually had a month where they were red hot, and then all of a sudden they shit their diapers.
Yeah, that was last year.
Cold.
Yep. You said it was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Same thing with the Pirates.
So I was listening to the radio on the way home this morning. And I didn't realize what happened last night with the Cubs and the Rangers game. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. Tell me.
So they didn't replay it because it's not a replayable or reviewable play. Well, the infielder went to go grab the ball and it went foul. And instead of it being a foul ball, it was still a live ball. And the Cubs scored. And the Rangers almost lost, but the Rangers came back and won in extra innings. But that almost cost them.
Yeah. Anything can happen in baseball. Not even fluky BS plays like that. I mean,
and then the umpire that did it afterwards didn't even own up to it.
Yeah, it's almost like the umpires need our glasses, need my glasses sometimes.
They do, and then when they make the mistake and they don't own up to it, that's not cool.
Well, they're umpires. They're supposed, they're responsible for the games. They don't want to be wrong.
They're officiating.
Why do you think they called blue?
Oh, he got roasted today on ESPN Radio.
He deserves it.
Yeah, it's officiating. What the fuck do you expect? They're like the biggest. Other than Manfred, they're like the biggest babies in baseball, who are not a playable position.
Facts.
How about the Diamondbacks? They ate up the Colorado Rockies.
The Diamondbacks just committed full-on genocide in the third inning.
Yep. They just gave the Rockies a bag of venom. It's poison. You know, but then again, it's also the Rockies. MLB's little brother.
Yeah, poor Rockies.
You know, I will say, you know, that Coors Field's a home run paradise. So,
Speaking of Coors Field, on my trip to Denver, I'm hopefully going to go try to take a look at try to take a glimpse of it at least.
I wish I were going with you because Billy and I have a mutual friend in Denver, Joey Overstreet. You know,
we like to call him Mr. 12 and 5.
Yep, because it used to be 12 and 4, but of course the schedule changed.
Yep.
You know, he's a cool guy. I acknowledge that. Joey, if you're listening to the baseball podcast, yo. But now we're going to get away from opening day for a minute because opening day has come and gone. It is very enjoyable as always because baseball is back, and we're happy to see it back.
And one thing we do not have is we do not have Billy's predictions on who he thinks is going to win each division.
No, we do not. So, Billy, the floor is yours.
Okay. For NL, obviously Braves.
Right. So Braves on 1.
Yeah. As much as the rest of the world hates this team because I feel like Manfred is coddling this team for their plastic trophy, the Dodgers.
And we'll get to them after your picks because there's a certain player who looks like who keeps stepping in it. So go ahead, Billy.
And for the Central, I have to say Cincinnati.
Oh,
pick.
Yep. And all right, and your wild card picks.
I will say this: Pirates.
Whoa!
That's a reach.
Are you sure there's not something in your mustard there, Billy?
No, I feel like they could be a sleeper team if the pieces are right. Standing there.
That's a big stretch in my opinion, but your opinion is your opinion. I think there's one more.
Last year they were on top of the NL Comedy Central during like the first couple months of the baseball.
Yeah. So it is possible. It is possible. But the final wild card spot.
The final 2 wild card spots.
Yes, 3.
Yeah. Sorry.
The godforsaken shithole known as Philadelphia.
Hey, Ben and I are in close proximity to that shithole. Thank you very much.
Really is
or
a
as I like
shithole,
to call,
but I like the Phillies.
Or as I like to call it, Chernobyl.
It's
Final,
not that bad
final
yet.
It's not that.
Not bad. Camden's bad. Final wild card spot, the Cubs.
Well, Camden's not in Philly; it's in New Jersey, and it's across from the practice facility. And Camden, New Jersey, is a shithole. I agree.
Yes.
All right. Now for the AL, Billy.
AL. This might be a tiebreaker, but God, I think the Yankees are gonna win that division, the East.
Wow.
Don't know. If they lose Aaron Judge, they're fucked.
If they lose Aaron Judge, they got Juan Soto. But here's the thing: it's a proof. It's a now or never for Aaron Boone. And
yep.
The goal is simple for the Yankees: make it to the World Series, or you're gone.
Pretty much. The Yankees are as entitled as the Maple Leafs, but they're more successful.
Well, then again, I have Yankees blood in me.
I feel sorry about you, man.
Don't worry, it came from my mom's side.
I still feel sorry for you.
They can't make their own people; they have to buy it. Next.
Next. For the Central, with the Give me Detroit.
Detroit.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Yeah, they're another sleeper team. Teams that I bought a magazine for like covering in the MLB season, and they had Detroit at first.
Nudie magazines
Interesting.
do not count.
Yep.
It's not a nudie magazine; it's a sports magazine.
Yeah, we got to get our minds out of the gutter. I may be a bowler, but we got to get our minds out of the gutter. Damn. All right. Next, and then the South.
The South.
AL West. AL West.
Might as well rename that division the fuck airplane division.
SOUF.
Seattle.
Okay, interesting. You think they're
Yeah,
you think they're not going to kick their fans in the dick?
No, if they kick their fans in the dick, they would give them a free trip to Boeing HQ.
Ow! Yo! Okay, ouch! Okay, hurry up! Wild card.
Wild cards: Houston, Baltimore, Texas.
All right, nice. So that was Billy's picks for the baseball playoffs. Glad that he got those out of the way. So now we have to talk about speaking of the Dodgers and man fraud.
This just
Shohei Ohtani. When it rains, it pours.
Jackson Holliday hit his first home run today in minor leagues. Bring the motherfucker up.
Holiday, nice.
Holiday. Bring him up, man.
What team is he affiliated with?
Baltimore.
He's on
Baltimore. Okay. If he was Philadelphia, no, demote him down.
Well, anyway,
because the only person who's hitting dingers in Philadelphia is Kyle Schwarber, and that comes with the Neff's bat sound effect.
He was basically a prospect for the Cubs, and he basically played for the Tennessee Smokies for a couple of years.
Yep.
All right, sorry for interrupting. I just saw the video.
It's all right. Baseball is full of those live events. We got to expect that. I mean,
he got all of it.
Baseball will be playing live from now on the podcast. We got to be we got to be alert about the scores, and about moments. So let's talk about Shohei Ohtani for a minute, because when it rains, it pours with Shohei Ohtani, and it seems like this is getting worse.
How worse?
The MLB is legit covering this up as quick as they can. That's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by worse. And Shohei Ohtani came out with this prepared speech. Yada yada blah blah. I'm not. It doesn't pass the smell test to me. This whole situation doesn't pass the smell test. And apparently, he's not the only baseball player who did it this year.
Oh, was it a baseball player?
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, but
it was his translator.
The same? No. The same week. Different person, different sport. So I don't know if this betting is getting out of hand or what's going on, but Jonte Porter and you're gonna be like, who? Who's Jonte Porter? Exactly. So he plays for the Raptors. He's a bench player. He comes in, he averages 4.4 points and 4 rebounds a game. Okay? So there was a bet placed on DraftKings twice, 2 separate nights, on Jonte Porter. It was the highest bet placed on a player those 2 nights. Okay? What happened those 2 nights? The first night, Jonte Porter suddenly left the game with an reoccurring eye injury. Didn't meet the bet. He met the bet quota because he didn't go past what was down on the bet slip, which was like 4 points, 5 rebounds, some shit like that.
Yeah.
The next game, he covered that one as well because he left early for flu symptoms.
So he rigged his own score.
Yeah, rigged his own score. And then his brother, Michael Porter, is coming out and defending him. You're an idiot. You're stupid. Like, you know damn well if you have a bet placed on you and you're a peon, you're not even LeBron James, you're not a Kobe Bryant, you're not a Michael Jordan, you're not a Shaq. Who the hell wants to place?
You're not John Morant waving a gun.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's going to place a bet on you?
John Morant's a killer bet. What do we know? Just a straight shot.
Yeah, he basically killed our playoff chances and made us into an injury reserve.
Damn it, John Morant, fucking idiot Grizzly.
Yeah, stay healthy now. But no, the betting is out of hand. And MLB is definitely covering up for Shohei. They are throwing the interpreter under the bus.
Yeah, and if it is found that Shohei Ohtani was responsible for his translator having access to not only his bank account but gambling on games, then Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson belong in Cooperstown.
Mm-hmm.
If Shohei is still allowed to play baseball if that is found out, then again Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson belong in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Belong in Cooperstown. That the end of that discussion, because seriously, what's the standard anymore for baseball Hall of Fame credentials now?
At this point, what's the standard for fucking baseball?
Yeah, well, sports in general, as far as the gambling's concerned.
Yeah,
because these athletes are making this much money. Why the fuck are they gambling?
So, here's the issue. Gambling is now becoming popular. It's now becoming normal.
Yeah.
You have it now to where gambling is at your fingertips. However, this bet wasn't even placed mobilely. Unless this bookie has some kind of thing, but I doubt it. Everything's usually paperwork for these bookies. And it was illegal.
Well, with gambling, there's always receipts, no matter what. There's always receipts.
And it's
illegal. I should know. I worked at a casino, so there's always receipts.
And California is completely illegal. There is no legal gambling. So
exactly. So why is Shohei still allowed to, run the base pass? Why is he still dressing in Dodgers uniform?
I think he needs to be sat out until the investigation is done.
Shohei Ohtani needs to be suspended for the entire year, but they won't do it.
They won't do it because it's Manfred's team. He allows this team to sign these players for ridiculous contracts, and that will cause a lockout. Yeah,
exactly. This is going to cause a lockout in baseball. We're going to have it. I guarantee you, we're going to have it again. Manfred sucks as commissioner. He's spineless. We've already had 3 different issues in baseball already before the season even started. With fanatics in the uniforms, with Shohei Ohtani, it's just this is becoming a problem, Manfred, and I'm not gonna say your name right. You're gonna be Manfred because seriously, you don't deserve the respect.
Nick will be gone soon.
As much as I hate to say this, I respect Roger Goodell more than fucking Rob Manfred.
Yeah. That's the worst part. Is Rob Manfred made Roger Goodell and Gary Bettman actually respectable. Compared to him. That's the worst part. And I hate Gary Bettman. I hate Goodell even more because he's pussified the game of football. But let's talk about those three idiots. The better it avoids my blood pressure spiking. Ugh.
Yeah, hey. May I speak, please?
Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah.
You could call those three commissioners the Three Stooges, but
yeah. Bettman is Mo. Goodell is Curly. Is Larry, and then Manfred is Curly.
Meanwhile, Adam Silver is basically sitting in the corners doing its taxes for.
He's shit. He's shit.
He's another one.
He's shit.
Yeah, but he's more or less likable one out of all four of them.
He's
because he doesn't say anything. He stays in the corner and comes up with these stupid, goofy ideas.
But that's what a commissioner is supposed to do.
Baseball literally has the best all-star break out of all these leagues.
Yeah, I'll definitely rank the all-star games. It's baseball, hockey, basketball, and football. Football has the worst all-star competition, aka the Pro Bowl.
Well, then again, Chad Johnson proposed this. Like, current Pro Bowlers face off against like old-time Pro Bowlers in like flag.
I disagree with that. Realistically, they should bring back the quarterback club. I think they should bring that back. If you remember that.
But see, the issue baseball's going through right now is they're trying to save face. They're trying not to have another black eye thrown in, because they know if they have another black eye, because the fans are coming back, and the fans are coming back in bunches. And my friend works next to a Buffalo Wild Wings, and she said they were busy yesterday. Yeah. And people are watching baseball. People are excited about baseball. And if this happens to come out that MLB is trying to cover this up, shit is going to hit the fan.
Exactly. And
in my eyes, if they're going to let him slide, you better fucking undo fucking Pete Rose's suspension and put him immediately in the Hall of Fame without no damn vote.
Didn't I fucking say that? Didn't I already say that, Ben?
Mashallah, brother. Mashallah fucking law.
It's bullshit, man.
Exactly. It's just bullshit. It is bullshit,
I will say this. If that comes out, I will say this. Fucking let Pete Rose in and reinstate, even though he's already reinstated, but let Trevor Bauer back into the MLB, because I'm fucking tired of this fucking horse shit. That is another
one. So Trevor Bauer did have a good outing against the Yankees.
He had two good outings.
Well, yeah, he didn't go against the Yankees the first game, but yeah, he played against Japan, did good, and then he played against the Yankees, pitched 3 innings. Did really good. Yep. He deserves a shot.
Hey, Alex Diastro. Alex Diastro, you might want to sign him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Another team that should sign him would be the Yankees, because let's face it, Garrett Cole is going to need Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, but I think Garrett Cole is not going to make it to the regular season at all.
I was having a conversation with a Yankees fan this morning, and she does not happy with that signing at all.
Yeah, well, when it literally is accompanied with the audio clip of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman discovering a donut in Private Pyle's footlocker. If you know the scene, you know the scene about his $300 million contract.
Yeah. If you want to just piss off the league, hey, Trevor Bauer, you might want to sign with the Atlanta Braves. Just for shits and giggles.
Exactly. Atlanta Braves. I guarantee you, a team is going to pick up Trevor Bauer by the time the offseason's over. By the time before the season's over.
Just watch this.
Somebody's going to get injured.
Yep. some big ace is going to get injured.
Yeah, just watch it's the Oakland Athletics.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I would.
It'd be the
like
next.
That would be the shit the owner would pull. That would be the shit the owner would pull.
The Las Vegas Athletics.
Tried to entice the fans to come back as they leave the stadium in droves.
We got the hits coming. We have Trevor Bauer.
But anywho, but that'll be it for the Dirt and Turf podcast. Special thanks go to our affiliate links, of course.
Can I say one final thing?
Before we go, yep.
The 90s Braves were a fucking travesty of a should-have-been dynasty.
They were a dynasty.
It's like they kept losing to the freaking Yankees. Exactly.
They kept running into the brick wall, and 98 was the worst of it because they barely even made it to the World Series.
Yeah.
Just because they didn't win a World Series or
they won one. It should have been more.
Doesn't mean they're not a dynasty.
Yeah. It's like the 90s Buffalo Bills, when they made the 4 straight Super Bowls. But now, anywho, but like I said, that'll be it for the Dirt and Turf podcast. Special thanks to our affiliates, Fanatics, of course. We also
May God have mercy on your soul.
Exactly. W Energy, Bulletproof Coffee, Centec computer. I think what is it?
Century PC.
Century PC. Duke Cannon Supply Company. Sleeves. Dr. Squatch. Am I missing anything? I said Bulletproof, said W. Am I missing anything? I think I covered them.
Funding for the Dirt and Turf podcast comes from the YouTube algorithm and viewers like you. Thank you.
Please support the channel. Give us a listen. And also, special thanks go to Ben and Billy. Couldn't have done this without you guys. You guys are awesome as always. So I am the man they call Cobra, and
my Wi-Fi is finally back on. Thank fuck.
All right. And on that note, everyone, let's play ball.
Play
ball.